goddamn fucking. Let's run the fucking ball. Why didn't you just take a fucking knee?
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sideline Study Minicast, a special Week 1 edition of the Sideline Study Minicast is officially underway because all the games are done, and I'm here to talk a little football with you guys. And for this special Minicast edition, I brought on my co-hosts for the Sideline Study podcast. This is a very special occasion because we have the whole crew here to give our opinions. What's going on, guys? Welcome back.
Still recovering from a near heart attack with that Packer game.
So, what a week. That's all I can say, man. I mean, even if Green Bay wouldn't have won, I've said it. I said it Tuesday. I said, do not count Chicago and Green Bay. I'm telling you, every time Green Bay plays Chicago, Green Bay could be this fucking Alabama of professional football, and for some goddamn reason, Chicago is the Mississippi to you know, if you get what I get the reference, Mississippi, Ole Miss beat Alabama 2 years in a row. Alabama was bar none the best team in the country. I mean, there's nobody who was going to beat them, but Mississippi beat them. Chicago is Green Bay's Mississippi, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I told everybody about the fucking Browns. What did I say? I said they're going to be very competitive. And don't be shocked if they don't beat Pittsburgh. And it had nothing to do with Le'Veon Bell not being there. It was a crazy week, but I'm doing good now. Breathe.
Okay, we're for this upcoming Tuesday episode of the Sideline Study. Please tune into that because we are going to show a highlight of JP's reaction of the game from Sunday evening. That is definitely going to be money's worth. But I also see Heather there with you on the side, and I see Bobbit, the other co-host here. How you doing, Bobbit?
Packer fans, you'll be okay. He just had to poop. He had to take a really, really, really big poop. He's okay. Trust me.
Thanks, Mom. I think
that's why he kept limping back all the time when he tried going for things. You got to hold in the log from coming out.
Think about when he come out of the fucking huddle, he was kind of walking like he had to poop.
Heather, what'd you think of your Ravens destroying the fucking Bills today? Holy shit.
I could actually watch the game because we were being very gracious hosts and streaming the Carolina Panthers game for Bobbit. But
well, the game wasn't on where we live anyways.
It was on CBS.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
According to Google, it was.
Well, of course it was. Of course it was on CBS because it was an AFC versus AFC game, so it was going to be on CBS. We just didn't get it because there wasn't the second game on. Yes. Next week, they go every other week. So, like, Fox will have the late game today like they did with Carolina and Dallas. Next week, the AFC will have the late game as well. They'll have two games on CBS.
Well, that was very kind of you for allowing Bobbit to have some enjoyment with his game. But holy crap, the Ravens fucking slaughtered the Bills with 40 points.
Thank the hell out of it. I'm so happy about that.
I'm going to say this right now. From what I've been hearing, apparently Nathan Peterman's not a very good quarterback.
No, I kind of saw that coming. I think –
But
I mean, like, well, I didn't know he would do that bad, but holy crap, that was a bad beginning for Buffalo.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But I guess they got it. Okay, well, apparently they don't have an okay defense because they gave up 47 fucking points. But but that tells me a lot about the fucking Ravens. So what do the Ravens have?
They came into the season undefeated in the preseason. And now they're coming out undefeated in the start of the regular regular season. So the Ravens, to me, are probably one of the hottest teams going into the NFL season right now.
Yeah, and I had somebody sitting there trying to tell me that Flacco does bad quarterback plays. He pretty much sat out the entire preseason. And when it comes regular season, it's this is his first game playing for the whole fucking year. And he destroyed.
Yeah. And it really goes to show that Crabtree is a nice little piece for him now.
Say it again, who? Heather
Crabtree is a nice.
Oh yeah, Crabtree. You know, I shit all over Crabtree. I'm not gonna lie. When he first came out, because he sat out, what was that? He's holding out for more money.
Mm-hmm.
His rookie contract, he wouldn't sign because he thought he was the best player coming out of the draft. So he was sitting out. I'll tell you what, he's matured, and he looks like he legit wants to play football now.
Yes, yeah, and he's a red zone target too, for sure. I've definitely noticed that Crabtree's one of the best when it comes to that. But there are just so many games that we gotta break down right away. Like, what'd you guys think of that ending with the Cleveland Pittsburgh game? Holy crap, man!
Dude, I was not expecting a tie at all.
I'm gonna say this. Even if it did end up in a tie, you have to admit that's a win for Cleveland. Nobody gave Cleveland a chance. Everybody was shitting on Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland sucks. Cleveland's not very good. Cleveland will never win a game. Well, in my book, they're 1-0. Even though they tied, they're 1-0. Because they proved everybody wrong. They are the youngest team in the NFL. And for them to come out and play like they did against one of the best teams in the AFC, and yes, Pittsburgh is one of the best teams in the AFC, even without Le'Veon Bell, and that's not why Pittsburgh did not win that game. Let's get that straight right now. Pittsburgh lost because they didn't show up to fucking play.
Yeah, and I got to give a ton of credit to that Cleveland defensive core, that they have some pieces there that are there to stay. Now that they have even that Denzel Ward kid, nobody's talking about this kid coming out of the draft, how he was a top 5 pick. But this guy had 2 interceptions in this game.
It's all comes down to they want to be there. It looked like Cleveland wants to improve.
Yeah.
They could have very easily fired the coach that they had this year because they went 0-16. But what does that gain you? If you keep changing coaches every fucking year, stick with him.
Mm-hmm.
You pan out, you know?
And just a little side note for all of the Cleveland fans, there was some news that when the Cleveland Browns get their first win, they're giving out a free beer to everybody in the stadium. So you guys will have to wait till the next game in order to get that win. That's a very unfortunate thing. I was looking forward to them all doing that as tradition. But Bob, what games did you really enjoy today?
The Carolina-Dallas game.
Let's go back and let's relive that moment. I remember there was a point in that game.
2 points.
2 points in that game where Bobbitt says, the season's over. They're going to fucking lose. He did. Go back on the street.
How I am, honestly.
Luke Kuechly goes down. Bobbitt says, that's the end of the season. We're going to suck. So Luke Kuechly's all 11 players on defense.
Luke Kuechly is the team for Carolina, I guess.
But it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too, and but I didn't get to see the game, so I'm pretty sure he's probably more passionate about the team than I am.
Oh yeah, he is, and I'm just giving Bob a shit. It was. I can't remember what we were doing, but it was the Panthers and the Saints there was a playoff game. And I think Panthers were winning. They ended up losing. But Bobby got all pissed off and fucking said he was never watching another football game ever again because the Panthers lost.
He was pissed off that they lost a preseason game.
I know.
It's just how I am.
It's fine. I'm the same way, Bob. I'm the same way. I'm very passionate, and there's nothing wrong with that. That means you're a true fan. There's nothing wrong with that. You want your team to go undefeated every time. But it's kind of funny. It's fine. It's kind of funny to see you watch you go through the emotions of football season.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like I'm passionate, but I just like laugh it off, and then I'll just cry in my dreams while I'm sleeping overnight.
So Ronnie was actually on the stream, and she said the negativity flowing from Bobbitt. The negativity was flowing from Bobbitt, but he perked up back up towards the end of the game. Which when Luke Kuechly came back out, he's like, "Oh, well, we're gonna go to the fucking Super Bowl now. Look the fuck out," you know.
Oh my god, it's like that energy burst, like taking a Monster Energy or something.
Like, you should have seen me, man. I was deflated when Aaron Rodgers got hurt tonight. I'm like, oh fuck. Now
and then Kaiser was not doing.
And then Kaiser fucking did that, whatever the fuck he was trying to do.
Yeah, he did not look good.
Like, oh, this season's for shit. This beard has gray in it, but it'll be all gray by the end of the fucking year. But and my daughter will be saying grandpa instead of dad, you know, so it'll be like, what the fuck? But so it's like, you know, so I know it's the ebb and flow emotions of games keeps you on your fucking toes. I will say that right
now. Yeah, well, my Jets play tomorrow night. Well, technically, if you're listening to this, it'd be tonight, but so it's a little bit late. Let's quickly go through each of these games, shall we? We already went through the first game I wanted. It was the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game. The other game I really was liking was the Tampa Bay and New Orleans Saints game.
That's a shocker.
Yeah, that's
the shock of the day. I mean, I know Pittsburgh-Cleveland was a shocker, but for Tampa Bay and everybody, I called it. I said, don't shit on a fucking – who did I pick for that game? I think I did pick who did they play?
Saints.
Oh, did I? I think I picked the Bengals. Did I not?
Oh, no, it's the Tampa Bay and Saints.
And who?
That was the Colts and Bengals game.
Oh yeah, well I called them. I don't think the Bengals.
We'll get to that game because there was a nasty hit by that fucking guy.
Yep. Who did the Buccaneers play?
It was the safety Williams on luck. Yeah,
you know. Yes, it was a cheap shot.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know what's going on, if you guys are listening, so what happened in the game between the Indianapolis Colts and Bengals is Andrew Luck was going for a slide. He was already sliding. He was basically already down, and the guy went helmet-to-helmet contact with Andrew Luck, purposely trying to hit him after he slid.
You can't – if anybody slides feet first, and that goes for running backs, wide receivers, anybody, you cannot hit them. They're giving themselves up. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for quarterbacks. Let's keep that in mind. So if you hit the guy, I don't care if you're just tackling the guy. You can't even hit the guy, period. You can't hit the guy, period. Even if it's not head-to-head, it's a 15-yard penalty. But what he did was he did go for the head, which is why he got ejected. So what they're doing in the NFL is in college football, they have what's called targeting. I think they called it for targeting. So if you take a shot to the head, they review it in college football. If they deem you were trying to blatantly hurt somebody, they kick you out of the game. So the NFL, I think, finally brought that to
the professionals,
to their rule book, which needed to be done.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the new rules is they have to talk about it after the play, and then they have the choice of ejecting the game, right?
Yes.
So it's they made the right move because Indianapolis Colts were they were not happy if that guy did not get ejected. We'll put that
I
for
would
sure.
not have been happy if I was the coach of the fucking team.
The coach?
Yes.
The coach of the team, the guy. If I was
The guy who intentionally did the hit, not Lux,
Okay.
not the Colts.
that's
no.
where I was getting at.
The offense, the other team.
She
The
was
opposite
talking
team.
about the guy that hit the guy or that hit Andrew Luck. She's talking about the coach of that team.
Oh, the Bengals coach, Marvin Lewis.
Yes.
I would have been pissed off at him. I would have sat there and said, "No, you know what? You are sitting out for 5 games."
Well, then NFL Players Association to get involved in that one.
Well, here, Marvin Lewis has been known for being a little bit soft with discipline with his players.
No, he's not soft on discipline. He has some players that just don't fucking care.
What? Pac-Man Jones and Burfict? Those guys were.
Pac-Man Jones is far from perfect. I'm not. That's not. I think you missed my point. I'm not sitting here defending it, but I don't want people to. He's not one of those guys. Like if you do something wrong, I'm pretty sure he said something wrong. But what his hands are kind of tied in a way because if he was to say you're suspended, if anything, get rid of his ass.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have that garbage on your team and it continues to happen, because the Bengals are known for it for some reason, they get players for some reason not give a shit, and we'll just.
And he's wearing the C as well for the team, so he has more responsibility. So
yeah.
I wanted to quickly bring that up because when it comes to the safety of players, that was a nasty hit.
Yeah,
that it was.
Did you get to see the hit, Bob?
Yeah, that was an unnecessary hit. Honestly, that they did a good job with taking them out for the rest of the game. That was bullshit.
Yeah, no, I think after coming off an injury like that, and then you always want to see the safety of players, so they did the right thing. What other games did you guys enjoy from today?
I enjoyed watching Minnesota Vikings fans squirm today. I'm not gonna lie to you, they didn't look that great. They really didn't.
They looked a bit clunky.
I don't know how good Minnesota really is. San Francisco is probably going to get the number 1 pick in the draft. And Garoppolo looks like ass. That guy is over fucking paid.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? 33? And isn't he like the 3rd highest paid quarterback in the NFL right now?
Yeah, he's around that. Top 5 for sure now.
Give me a fucking break. Who says this guy deserves fucking $29 million a year? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yes.
That's silly.
Yeah.
That guy is god awful. I don't know anybody. I don't know what anybody's thinking. Now I know why England got rid of him.
Mm-hmm. They'll show his value worth in the next few years of how much garbage he'll probably play, but Cardinals probably gonna yell at me probably for saying that. So, what other games were going on today? So the final score in that game, by the way, between Minnesota and San Francisco was 24-16.
Yeah, it was 24-6, and Minnesota just let San Francisco right back in the game, and Minnesota's defense gave up yards today.
I'm just going to quickly go through all the scores here for everybody, so everybody just is caught up with the scores. So the Baltimore-Buffalo game ended with 47-3.
Yeah.
That was a fucking ass kicking. We had our very first tie in our week 1 game in I think over 50 years. It might be the first one ever, but the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game ended in a tie with 21 points each.
Coop, according to the NFL app, Brown's best start was today since 2004. So.
Oh, okay. 2004. So it's been 14 years since they've had a good start.
Yeah.
That time that they didn't lose.
2-1, 14 years in a row.
I think their last quarterback was when the last time 15 years ago. That was the last good week, and for week 1, I don't know. I'm getting off topic. Cincinnati and Indianapolis ended their game. Well, 34-23 was the final score between the Bengals and the Colts, with the Bengals victorious over them. The Miami Dolphins and Tennessee game, that was a little bit of a weird game because there was some suspensions going on with the delays. It took a while for that game to kick in. I fell asleep. So did you guys get a chance to see any of that? Or
no, but
Just highlights.
I know that the Dolphins ended up winning 27-20.
I did see some plays from. I saw Malcolm Butler, who everybody was talking about. Where was he in the Super Bowl last year with the Patriots? He's now with the Titans, and he got a interception right in his own zone. So he saved them actually for a touchdown. I got to see that. I saw them make some mistakes when it comes to fourth down conversions, not making the attempts. So kind of a slow game, but all I know is I'm kicked out of Ken's suicide. so that's a little bit shitty.
That happens.
Yeah. What did you guys make your picks for the Suicide League?
I don't get into that stuff.
I don't either.
Going on. I don't even know what that is.
Well, basically what it is you pick one team each week, and you can only pick one team throughout the entire season. And whoever gets the most amount of wins after all the picks of that 1 week is victorious. So I'm already out, so it doesn't matter to me. All right, moving on from that. The Houston Texans and the New England Patriots game. That was actually kind of intriguing. That was supposed to be the game of the day I was supposed to watch. New England came out victorious 27-20. Did you guys get to see anything from that game?
I did. That one was here. I am so sick of Rob Gronkowski getting interference calls for him. I mean, good God, you weigh the guy by almost 100 pounds, and you're complaining about a pass interference. Nobody was pulling on his fucking jersey. A little defensive back pulling on your jersey should be like a fucking fly just being a nuisance to you. If that distracts you, you need to not play in the game.
Join your buddy Mojo Rawley in WWE and just end your life that way.
Good God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the petty fucking interference call that I seen today with him was ridiculous. Just because somebody touched him. He's like, he got it. He got the flag. I'm like, what the fuck?
I saw Tyrann Mathieu make a couple of good plays in the game today. That was where I saw some. Well, not from interference, but he is the honey badger. Wait, he came from Wisconsin too, didn't he?
No, he came from LSU.
Oh, okay. My bad. I don't know why honey badger for some reason came to mind with that. I actually didn't get to see what was going on with the interference going on with Gronkowski and that.
Every time he's always complaining about somebody tugging on his fucking jersey. Now I can see if it was a 250-pound linebacker, but when you have a 190-pound defensive back barely pulling on your fucking jersey, and you're like, he's interfering with me. Mom, he won't leave me alone. It's like, God damn, man, what a fucking whiny little bitch. You're 6'7", almost 280 pounds, and you fucking whine about getting interfered with.
Yeah, it's reminds me of a soccer player complaining about them just getting kicked in the shin or something.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it was like.
Yeah. So once again, I hate the Patriots with a goddamn fucking passion. They get a win. So they win that game 27-20. Tampa Bay and New Orleans game, that ended in a fucking shootout. 48-40 was the final score. That was
Fitzpatrick had 117 yards and 5 touchdowns today.
MVP of the fucking week, I think.
I don't know, man. I think Aaron Rodgers deserves a little credit. He didn't have
well, he didn't have 5 touchdowns. You can't give him that
yards. What he overcame tonight I'm telling you.
When it comes to like heart and toughness, yeah, obviously Aaron Rodgers gets that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to skill level, like Fitzpatrick fought what? 4 or 5 touchdowns today from that fucking guy? That guy had a game of his life.
He did.
Gotta give him credit for that.
Oh, I'm not denying that. Not denying the credit. That's putting a team on your back saying gotcha.
Yep.
That's saying that, hey, I still have one more year left of football left of me. So might as well give it all my have. Right? And that team, that offense has got some talent on there too. So this is the year if he wants to do something.
Yep.
All right, and we have the Jacksonville Jaguars that took on the Giants. That was 20-15 was the final score with the Jaguars in that game, and that was a pretty close game. And Leonard Fournette got hurt in that game. There was a muff punt at the end that cost the Giants the win, I think.
I told Barkley is the real deal, man. 18 carries, 106 yards. I don't know how many catches he had, but he had a nice run for a touchdown.
Yep. Yeah. Saquon Barkley had a couple of nice runs today. Bobby, you get to see any of that game?
No, I literally got up at the start of the Carolina game.
Jaguars actually won that game.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I thought he said the Giants won.
Jaguars won 20-15.
20-15, yeah. And then we had Kansas City and the Los Angeles Chargers. Final score in that game was 38-28 for the Chiefs in that game.
On that game, too. See? People need to listen to what I say. Chargers aren't as good as you think.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good offense. Was their defense really that good?
Yeah.
And it looks like Patrick Mahomes looked pretty good in that game, I guess.
Tyrann Mathieu. Or no, it was Tyron Hill, sorry. He had a fucking beginning of it. The first return, kickoff return, it went for 91 yards. That kid is a stud of a wide receiver.
Right. There's just something about Kansas City. They have I watched them in a preseason game against Packers. And they're solid. Their defense, even though they gave up 28 points, they're not undisciplined.
I'll give Patrick Mahomes credit. He's got a fucking arm. We'll put it that way. But I still got my doubts about him. I saw some plays from him that looks like I was about to get picked off. So he's a little bit of a risk taker.
Just like Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
He's a gunslinger.
Yeah. We'll just hopefully those picks, if it will cost him if he does it consistently.
Yep.
Well, the games happened. We had Washington, Arizona. The final score was 24-6 in that game. Adrian Peterson and Kirk Cousins looking all right. But did you guys get to see any of that game?
No. Just highlights. I got to see highlights. And it was Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Oops, I get those two mixed up. Still.
Okay.
What a great analyst I am, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here comes the hate mail. Oh, look at all the stupidity. All right.
He scored a rushing touchdown, but how many yards did he?
Yeah.
I have to admit, I was so worn out from the bag of chips that I ate at the beginning of the second game starting, so I passed out a little bit. So I watched a little bit of half of those afternoon games, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up to the beginning of the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers game.
Yeah.
Which was your game.
What a game to wake up to. You're going to bed the rest of the fucking month.
I actually woke up just almost at the point where Aaron Rodgers actually got injured in the first quarter.
Yeah, because I remember in the chat, and I just finished streaming it if you didn't. For those of you that have not.
Tuning in.
Or just tuning in. I streamed the whole game. In fact, I've streamed 2 games today. I'm fucking burnt. I'm surprised. I am wired as a motherfucker right now because, good God, why in the fuck doesn't Green Bay know how to play fucking defense? It drives me fucking nuts. But then again, I did call it. The Bears are one of those fucking teams that always give the Packers. Oh,
They are divisional rivals, and those divisional rival games are a little bit more meaningful. So they do a little bit put more effort into it sometimes, or they're blowouts, one of the two.
and two, it just goes to prove, and the guy's a rookie coach. Whoever's the head coach, Mike Nagy, I think is the head coach for
Matt Nagy.
Matt Nagy. When you have it at 3rd and 1, inside, where were they? They were inside the 20, Green Bay's 20. You only need to get a yard. You haven't been able, Green Bay has not been able to stop your run all fucking night long, and you throw it on 3rd down. If this was me, I would risk it. Run the ball. Like I said, Green Bay was not stopping them on the run. You have 2 downs to get 1 yard. Go for it. You want to win a game on the road against one of the favorites to win your division, win the NFC. Take it. Don't hold nothing back. It shows you got guts and mind. Now, if it backfires, it backfires. But if that was me, I would have gone for it twice. I wouldn't have kicked a field goal. You're giving Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather make Aaron Rodgers go 90 yards than 75 yards.
Right.
Not saying he wouldn't have, because that touchdown, and that wasn't even Aaron Rodgers. That was Randall Cobb.
Yeah. The beautiful pass to Randall Cobb I just saw. It was a wonderful pass.
That pass was beautiful, but the run itself was more. The blocking down that was a team win. It's tough for me to sit here and talk about it and praise them because they played like fucking.
We'll talk way more about all this stuff on the Tuesday podcast because I'm pretty sure you'll put a lot more emotion into your game to what you have to say because there's just we have all these thoughts that we probably want to say, but we are running out of time for the mini cast here. There's only one more game that was being played that we haven't talked about, and that was the Denver Broncos and Seattle game, which ended 27-24 for the Broncos over the Seahawks. No, I didn't get to see it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all I said was I didn't get to see it.
I'm watching the highlights for that game, and there was a controversy in that game, I guess. Whether or not the Denver Bronco receiver had his feet in bounds or not. So you might want to go check that out.
Oh, yeah, I certainly will. I saw a couple of plays that Emmanuel Sanders had a nice game. I saw a couple of I saw him do a flip into the end zone. One of my roommates here is pretty high on Emmanuel Sanders. Is still one of those top wide receivers, but he hasn't been targeted to enough, I don't think. So I think he's going to have quite a year, hopefully this year. And Casey Keenum, oh my God, I don't trust him as a starter. Jesus, I don't.
He had a good game.
I think he had a good game, but from what I saw, he throws those picks. I saw a pick from him today that looked like, oh my God, what did you guys sign this guy for? It's like, I saw a really bad pick from him, and it just shows the Casey Keenum that I know that I seen from him. So,
there's the stats for him for you.
Case Keenum had 25 to 39 for 329 yards, threw for 3 touchdowns, but had 3 interceptions.
Yeah, so there's the pick ratio I'm worried about. He has those numbers, but the pick ratio concerns me about that.
Right. I mean, I said this earlier tonight talking about the Colts. Yes, the cheap shot on Andrew Luck was bullshit. But when you have to throw the ball 53 fucking times in a game, either you can't run the fucking ball or you have a shitty fucking defense, can't fucking stop anybody. And I know Green
Right.
Bay has a shitty defense. Thank God they showed up somewhere along the lines and got aced out. But if you have to throw 53 times in a game, that usually means you're losing. But apparently they can't run the ball because Cincinnati was losing that game for a while.
Yep.
Cincinnati ended up scoring 17 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. Now, either that's complacency and laziness on the defense, or I don't know. Indianapolis better figure their shit out because they have to be legit. Andrew Luck could be a franchise quarterback if they don't put the players around him.
No, they gotta fix that core with Indianapolis.
Yep.
But no, I think we've wrapped up all the games just for today. I'll review the other games tomorrow on the Monday night edition of the minicast. But do you guys have anything else to say for the games today for week 1?
Well, so far, the lowest scoring game was the Panthers versus the Cowboys. So
yeah, 16-8. Looked like a high school football game, to be honest with you.
Well, I'll catch up with all these replays. I'll catch up on all the games. I'll go back and I'll give my thoughts on the Tuesday podcast about each game. That way we'll actually have more time to break down the games. But Bobbitt, do you have? Oh, sorry, Heather, go ahead.
Oh, it was me. All I'm going to say is week 1 is football season is back, and it's back with the fucking vengeance. A lot of crazy shit happened to fucking day. A lot of crazy shit. Upsets galore, a fucking comeback that shouldn't have happened. But, wow. That's all I can say.
And Bobbitt actually pointed out something on our stream. Bobbitt, would you like to point it out again?
What?
About what teams won today?
Oh. What teams won today, Bobbitt? You said it earlier.
What was it?
What won today, Bob? You
Bobbitt, come on. All right. Bobbitt said earlier on our stream that JP, mine, and his team all won.
Oh, okay. Oh, for their picks.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Our home team, our fandom, all won.
Okay. So that's what he meant. All of your teams that you guys are cheering for all won today.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pulling. Even though I picked the Lions, I hope that the fucking Jets beat the fucking Lions because that would just top off the fucking league. I'm just saying.
Well, I look forward to tomorrow's game. If you guys want to join me for tomorrow, then you're more than welcome to. I thank all of you who have been listening to this special mini-cast edition of the Sideline Study, especially my co-host here. And make sure you go check out their channels as well.
Yep, I'll be live tomorrow for Raw. I'll pop into your chat for a little bit. I'm sure because Raw is going to be just great. But we'll pop into your chat or whatever.
I want to say this. Thank God football's back, and yeah, let's see how week 2 is going to play out. This shit's going to be interesting this year.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to all the more 21 weeks we're going to be talking football. So look forward to a lot of this, and even I'll get some college talk in this Thursday because I watched the games this weekend. I saw the Nebraska Colorado game. That was a pretty tight game. There was a couple one-sided games I watched that I didn't really need to watch between the Sooners and UCLA game. That was kind of one-sided. And then the New Mexico Wisconsin game that got a little carried away. But they had a little struggle at the beginning.
At the beginning, yes.
A little.
I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous.
Tune in on Tuesdays to see what he means by a little.
I was nervous.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for joining me for this episode, and for all of you that are listening on Patreon or from somewhere else. Thank you, everybody, and we'll tune in tomorrow for the next episode of the Sideline Study. See you guys.